Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are taking good care of yourself and all are safe and in good health. Students, today I'm going to explain you part 2 of Geography, chapter number 3, Inside Our Earth, and this part includes rocks and minerals. So here we go. First of all, we'll understand the meaning of rocks. The Earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Crust, here you all are aware what is crust. I have already explained you in part 1 of the chapter. Crust is the topmost layer of the Earth. So there should be no doubt that what is crust. So it is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the Earth's crust is called a rock. Any natural mass of mineral matter which contains minerals, that is making the Earth's crust, which is known as rock. They vary in color, size and texture. As you can see in the picture, some are plain and some are having shades in them. Alright. Now, the types of rocks. There are various types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and third one is metamorphic rocks. And in front of these you can see the pictures, images of igneous rocks, then sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Now we'll explain one by one all these three types of rocks. First of all, we'll take up igneous rocks. Now listen very carefully. What are igneous rocks? When molten magma cools, when volcanoes erupt, magma comes out from the interior layers of the earth out on the surface of the earth. So this lava, when it comes out, it cools down and it becomes solid. It takes millions, billions of years to become it in a solid form, to cool it down. It takes millions and billions of years for this lava to cool down, and after that when it becomes solid, the rocks which are formed, those rocks are known as igneous rocks, and also they are known as primary rocks. Clear? Now, there are two types of igneous rocks. One is intrusive rocks and another one is extrusive rocks. Now, listen carefully the difference between the two. Now, as I told you, magma comes out and it cools down and becomes the rocks. Now, this same magma, it sometimes cools down deep inside the Earth's crust, right? Thus, it forms intrusive igneous rocks which are inside the surface of the earth. The magma which goes deep inside the surface of the earth, there it cools down, and inside the earth the rocks which are formed, those are known as intrusive igneous rocks. Clear? And extrusive ones are those when molten lava comes on the surface of the earth, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid, thus leading to formation of extrusive igneous rocks on the crust. The magma which cools on the crust, those magma forms extrusive igneous rocks, and the magma that cools down deep inside the earth, those forms the intrusive igneous rocks. Clear? Now the second one are sedimentary rocks. Now what are these sedimentary rocks and how are they formed? The rocks roll down, crack and hit each other and broken down into small fragments. The rocks which are formed through the solidification of magma, these rocks, or you can say the igneous rocks, these rocks rolls, they got cracks in them, they hit each other and thus they are broken into small fragments. These small particles or fragments are known as sediments. All right. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water, etc. What are these wind, water? These are agents of gradation. Alright, they are transported from one place to another with the help of these agents of gradation. Then these loose sediments are compressed and hardened. These loose sediments, they are compressed and they becomes hard to form layers of rocks called sedimentary rocks. For example, sandstone is made from grains of sand. From the smaller particles which are known as sediments, we get a complete compressed and hardened rock which is known as sedimentary rock. Clear? And the third one are metamorphic rocks. Now, when igneous and sedimentary rocks are kept under intense heat and pressure, they changes into metamorphic rocks. These igneous and sedimentary rocks, when they are put up under high heat, high pressure, they change their form and they convert into metamorphic rocks. For example, clay changes into slate and limestone changes into marble. As you can see in the picture also, metamorphic rocks are shown, marble and slate. Now, after discussing these three types of rocks and how they are formed, we'll take up the rock cycle. Now, what is this rock cycle? Students, you will be surprised to know that one type of rock changes to another type under certain conditions in a cyclic manner. This process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as rock cycle. As I already told you that igneous rocks transforms into sedimentary rocks, sedimentary into metamorphic rocks. Now how this process goes on, how this rock cycle works. So as you can see in the diagram clearly that igneous rocks, we all know that how they are formed. When molten magma cools, it solidifies to become igneous rocks. These igneous rocks, through weathering and erosion process, with the help of agents of gradation, I told you earlier also, they are converted into sediments or small particles, which I told you that these sediments are compressed and hardened to form a solid hardened sedimentary rock. And this process is known as lithification. With the help of this process of lithification, these sediments transform into sedimentary rocks. What is this lithification? It is a process by which unconsolidated materials are converted into coherent solid rock. All right, unconsolidated, जिसको हम बोलते हैं बिखरी हुई चीजें कंप्रेस होकर एक सॉलिड रॉक में कन्वर्ट हो गई, दैट इज sedimentary rocks, and this process is known as lithification. Clear? Now these sedimentary rocks again, they are converted into metamorphic rocks through the process of metamorphism, which I have already made you clear that these igneous are changed into sedimentary. Sedimentary now changes to metamorphic under intense heat and pressure. When this rock is kept under great heat and pressure, they are subjected to high heat and pressure. They changes their form and they become metamorphic rocks. And these metamorphic rocks, which are still under great heat and pressure, they melt down to form molten magma again, and this molten magma again cools down, solidify, and after solidification, it becomes igneous rocks. This is your rock cycle. Each and every point, each and every word I have explained and which is clear in the diagram of rock cycle also. All right. This is also the diagram of rock cycle. It shows the process, how the process of rock cycle works. Igneous rocks, through weathering and erosion, they are converted into sedimentary rocks. Then under heat and pressure, these sedimentary rocks converts into metamorphic rocks. Again, if these metamorphic are put under heat and pressure, they melt down and forms into liquid magma, which again cools down and forms igneous rocks. I think you are now very much clear with the process of rock cycle. Now moving on to next slide. Now, what are minerals? A mineral is a solid chemical compound that occurs naturally in pure form, which have clear chemical composition also. Minerals are most commonly associated with rocks due to the presence of minerals within the rocks. In rocks, different kinds of minerals are present. For example, coal, petroleum, iron, etc. Now we'll take up the uses of rocks and minerals. First here is hard rocks are used in construction of houses and buildings and roads. We all are aware that in building work, in construction work, rocks are used, hard rocks are used. Then small stones are used by children in different types of games. For example, your Stapu, Pittu, etc. These are some of the games in which small stones are used. Then some rocks are shiny and precious, so they are used for making jewelry also. Some are used as fuels like coal, petroleum, etc. Then some minerals are used in industries to make medicines and other items. These minerals are like iron. Then minerals are also used to produce electricity, fuel for transportation like coal. So these were some of the uses of rocks and minerals. So now students, today we have covered various types of rocks and their formation, how they are formed. Then we have discussed the process of rock cycle, how it works. Then we have discussed about minerals and various uses of rocks and minerals. So this was your chapter of Interior of the Earth. Part 1 includes the various layers inside the earth and part 2 includes rocks and minerals. Students, please go through the presentation once again to have more understanding. All the best. Thank you.